What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Boxingologist, home of true knowledge, coming at you with another video. Kind of want to touch on this topic, man, why it's still kind of hot a little bit. This is really a response video to Boxingwave, man. I saw you did the Q&A. I didn't get a chance to comment. You know, I actually was going to respond like this yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to. But you know, if anybody don't know Boxingwave, man, check him out, man. Real great channel, man. Got a lot of good content, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff he says, some real good, you know, boxing talk, you know, make a lot of sense, the majority of it. But you know, I want to touch on this topic with the situation with this Errol Spence. And you know, for people that don't know, you know, I did a video a few years ago, you know, about who I thought was gonna be the, you know, the top of the sport, you know, by late 2017, 2018. And Errol Spence was one of those guys, man. I remember I was talking about him when nobody was talking about him, you know what I mean? You know, and it's just, now he's getting a lot of notoriety, everybody's talking about him. Now, I want to address some things that you said in your video, man. You said, and one thing you said is that people are overrating him. You know, I don't think that, and I have to disagree with you, man, because I don't believe that people are overrating him. I just think that people are paying attention. You know what I'm saying? I just had a guy, you know, I ain't gonna say no names, man, but I even just had a guy, man, I bet on this Spence and Brook fight. You know what I'm saying? And he changed his bet, you know, and start going for Spence, just so Spence can fight Keith Thurman, according to him. As if Keith Thurman can't fight him if he lose to Brook, but you know, that's a whole nother topic. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are secretly changing their minds about Spence, man, because, you know, as his coin term nickname, man, you know, they saying that he's the truth. Now, one thing that you said in your video, man, you said, you was like, man, he fought this guy, you know, he fought this guy. Well, what if such and such would have fought that guy? How he would have did with him? You know what I'm saying? Like, as if it's not a big deal, you know, because if so-and-so fought him, they would have, you know, did a better job. Or they would have did, you know, better work than he did or something. Now, I guess you was alluding to that or something, but let me just tell you something, bro. I'm going to give you some names. First name I'm going to give you, and I'm shooting this off the hip, you know. Brandon Hoskins. Now, anybody don't know who Brandon Hoskins is? Brandon Hoskins is an opponent that Errol Spence had fought with another opponent that fought him as well, in Keith Thurman. They both fought Brandon Hoskins. You want to know who did a better job on Brandon Hoskins? Errol Spence. Another name, Samuel Vargas. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. Both fought Samuel Vargas. You know who did a better job on Samuel Vargas? Errol Spence. Phil LaGreco. When Errol Spence fought Phil LaGreco only had one loss. You know who that loss was against? Sean Porter. Sean Porter, if I'm not mistaken, went the distance with Phil LaGreco. Errol Spence stopped Phil LaGreco. Another name, Chris Algieri. You know who fought Chris Algieri besides Errol Spence? Amir Khan. Manny Pacquiao. Amir Khan had a life and death fight with Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri could have very well won that fight. Manny Pacquiao dropped him 6 times and couldn't put him away. Went 12 rounds with him. You want to know who stopped Chris Algieri? Errol Spence. He did a better job than both those guys on Chris Algieri. Leonard Bundu. Keith Thurman fought Leonard Bundu. Went 12 full rounds with Leonard Bundu. He won every round, but he went 12 to do it. You know, Errol Spence stopped him inside of 6 rounds, man. You know what I'm saying? So when you compare his performance to the guys that he fight after these upper class guys fight them or before these upper class guys fight them, he does a better job, man. He is a performer, man. He know how to close the show, man. In every fight. This dude ain't went 12 rounds with nobody. His resume, he has yet to go 12 rounds with anybody. If every fight he fought was a 12-round fight, he'd probably have all stoppages, man. This dude is not a hype job. He's not being, people are not overrating him, man. I remember back in the day when Floyd Mayweather was about to fight Janelle Hernandez, man, they was, giving Floyd slack, like, man, who is this dude? Who does he think he can get in there with a seasoned vet? Janelle Hernandez, the best in the division, with only 17 fights, man. Who is this guy? He went in there and stopped Janelle Hernandez for his first title, man. You know why they not saying that, they not talking about Kell Brook? Now they talking about because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Kell Brook already lost the fight mentally, man. He already lost the fight mentally. The mental game has already been won by Earl Spence. Now it's the physical part. They the exact same size, man. You know what I'm saying? You was like, well, we ain't never seen, Kell Brook, and this your second video you said, we ain't never seen Kell Brook lose. Well, I seen him lose. Not only did I see him lose, I seen his corner throwing the towel. I seen him get his eye socket cracked. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is, bro, that everybody, like what you said was, it's like, man, they gotta go through Earl Spence. You right. You know what I'm saying? You disagree with that, but you was saying like everybody's making it seem like everybody gotta go through Earl Spence. They gotta go through Earl Spence. You know why they gotta go through Earl Spence? Because that's what champions do. You know what champions do? They fight the #1 contenders, man. That's who they supposed to be fighting. The best guy that, because really, keep it 100 with you, man. Only really supposed to be one champion. It really only supposed to be one. You know what I'm saying? But since he doesn't have the belt, that's who everybody should be trying to fight. The #1 guy without a belt if you ain't trying to unify. You know what I'm saying? The dude doesn't know how to lose. The dude performs every fight, man. You ask him, hey, what you want to do your next fight after Kell Brook? He said, hey, after I take that title home, this is after he wins the title, after he goes in there with could be the best welterweight in the division. What some people say, I don't know. But after he beats him, he's saying, hey, I want Keith Thurman. I want to go for Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia winner. That's his motive after he wins the belt. Now they ask Keith Thurman the same question. He dances around the question instead of just saying, hey, look, I want to fight the winner of them. I would like to see somebody with 3 belts, or, do I want to see myself with 3 belts? Yeah, sure, I do. But who knows when the time, like, man, like, that's some bullshit. Why you just can't say, yeah, I want to whoop his ass? Because everybody bigging this nigga up, and it ain't no fighter that can match me. But you know what? Keith Thurman ain't built like that no more. He ain't got that mentality. It's only one guy got that mentality, and that's Earl Spence. In his mind, can't no fighter match him. That's why he ain't gotta mix and maneuver and do all these certain things, man. And you brought up, you was like, when a guy get to a certain status and shit, they start, picking and choosing who they want to fight. Floyd picked and chose who they want to fight. But you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something about Floyd. When Floyd won his first title, he moved up in weight and fought the best they had to offer at that weight class. After he beat that person, he moved up again and fought the best they had to offer at that weight class. So it wasn't like he was picking and choosing, you know what I'm saying? And then when it's like he do pick the choose, the man chose Canelo Alvarez, bro. He chose Sugar Shane when Sugar Shane was ranked #1 at welterweight. I know people give him slack, for Marquez, but I know Marquez was pound for pound #2. You know what I'm saying? #1 at his weight division. I think at lightweight or whatever. But Canelo was #1 at 154. Oscar was #1 at 154. So if the man picking and choosing, man, I mean, hey, he choosing the elite of the elite. See, the problem is, man, Earl Spence, we be singing a totally different tune, man. Have Earl Spence given an opportunity to fight these guys. Because it's easy to be like, Kell Brook, he beat Sean Porter. As if Earl Spence has had the opportunity to fight Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? I've even heard Sean Porter's dad say, hey, look, we want a rematch with Kell Brook. We want a rematch with Kell Brook. We still want that rematch. They don't want it. They don't want it. But Kell Brook's the champion, right? But then they say, hey, what you think about fighting Earl Spence? Oh, we not fighting for the IBF no more. We not fighting for the IBF. But if the Kell Brook fight presents itself, you'll fight for that IBF, right? You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence ain't even a champion. They just ask you what you think about fighting him. And you talking about the IBF as if he's already the champion. Sean Porter already said, you know what I'm saying, that Earl Spence would beat Kell Brook, a guy that beat him. You know what I'm saying? He would know better than all of us. He been in the ring with the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, man, he's a boogeyman of the division, bro. And and the thing about it is, man, everybody else goes the business route, but I think it's just, he's not going to change. I don't think he's going to be like, oh, well, you know, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. Now, it's like, dude, he'll fight whoever, man. And I think he's going to be consistently like that. Until he unify the division, he want the best they got to offer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen him shy away from no opponent or not try to fight no opponent. Whoever they put in front of him, you know what I'm saying? Whoever, I mean, shit, the niggas having a tough time getting fights because don't nobody want to get in there with him. If he's not what you say he is, then get in the ring and prove it. I want to see these dudes prove it. Prove he's not that good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a coincidence these guys are not trying to fight him. I don't think it's a coincidence that Danny Garcia says he needs to prove something. He got work to put in, but then turn around and fight a guy that he knocked out. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I almost feel like Amir Khan wanted, you know, Kell Brook to try to see if he can beat him so he won't have to fight him. You know what I mean? Straight up. Shoot, when they mention his name to Timothy Bradley, Bradley say, well, I gotta fight him. What are you talking about? When you sign on the dotted line and say, hey, look, I'm a welterweight professionally, then you saying I'm ready to take on any welterweight in the world. If that's not what you're saying, then why are you fighting? You know what I'm saying? These dudes lack the heart Earl Spence got, man. That dude is a dog, man. He's a dog. They heard the scary stories about him. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Some people, you know, are mesmerized by the stories, man. They heard the boogeyman stories, how he gave Floyd a black eye and how he made Adrian Broner cry. You know, those are scary stories to people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, man, he's not an overhyped job, bro. This dude is the truth, man. His name is perfect. You know what I mean? He's the truth. And people gonna try to attach him and attach people that like him to Floyd and all that bullshit. Man, fuck all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody attack. I know who I feel got the goods and who don't. You know? He got the goods to me, but it's no difference if I feel like Terrence Crawford got the goods. But you know what? I feel like if Terrence Crawford move up and fight Spence, he'll lose. But at the same time, I feel like if Spence moves up and fight Andrade, he'll lose. But see, I think Andrade is the dude. You know what I mean? That's my guy. I think if he move up and fight Triple G, he's going to win. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So I like Earl Spence, man. I like what he's doing. I think he's the best welterweight. I'm not picking against the dude. You know what I'm saying? He gets hit. They want to talk about how he get hit. But have you ever seen him? I seen him rock one time. And that was like the last second of the round with Larte, you know? But at the same time, I think he was like 7 fights in fighting a guy that was 15-0. You know, any other fight that he gets hit, when people talk about that, there's no reaction. You know what I'm saying? He has no reaction to the fight, to the punches. No reaction. The dude has a solid chin, bro. So people talk about move his head as if it's some kind of defect, man. Y'all better think again, bro. But Boxingwave, man, he's not overrated, man. He is what he is, bro. And he's gonna show and prove that. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't had the opportunity to fight these guys up until now. You know what I'm saying? Because if he would have had a chance to fight Garcia last Saturday, I think he would have stopped him. You know what I'm saying? But that's my spiel on Earl Spence, man. He will be #1. 2018, there will be no dispute. he will be the best. It's your boy. I'm out.